Hello everyone, welcome back to Gaming with Jeff. My name is Jeff. Today on Brotato, we're going to Glutton, and I've got a plan here. We're gonna try and go pruner into any kind of explosive item later on, obviously Danger 5. But before I start, if you enjoy the video and want to see more, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that jazz, helps with the algorithm. Trying to push and make this a real thing, so I have to say things like that, which I don't really enjoy doing, but I will do if that's what it takes to be done. Words. I don't know. Look, I'm gonna stab these guys with a pruner and then try and get explosive damage. So if you don't know, since it's a new character, basically the joke is things cost more and you get less XP, but you start with 50 luck and you get an explosive damage every time you pick up a consumable, which is a treasure chest or a fruit. And when you pick up a consumable, you explode, similar to Bull. So the idea is your explosive damage is very good, which means things like landmines, which got buffed recently, are very good. Pruner spawns fruit, kind of like sells itself. Also, Cyber Ball is fairly good because you have 50 luck to start with. Kind of an important item. I think it's one of the only ways you could start with Pruner and actually be successful is probably, getting that, unless you find an early explosive weapon, which is what we'd like to do. And maybe a lumberjack shirt, because that was atrocious, but there's some argument for engineering here, and I think I'm gonna take it, and then we're gonna take speed first. We're gonna take pruner. I'm gonna lock these in and roll once. Yeah, that was worth it. Okay, there we go. So we have shredder. So we have a plan here. Another reason I don't want like melee damage, because pruners are purely a temporary item. Not something I plan on having for a long period of time. Like, if we have like a legendary pruner at the end of the game, that's cool, but I don't want it. I don't want 6 pruners or 5 pruners or 4 pruners even going into like wave 15. That's just not a successful plan. We take 2 armor here. So then we take Shredder, and we take... I'm going to say that Cyber Ball is going to be more effective on this wave than the next one, but that's fine. We take Small Magazine, because attack speed and range damage... Attack speed is very important for us, because there's an item called Improved Tools that's unlocked after you win with Cyborg that makes all of your structures, which is turrets, landmines, gardens and whatnot, scale with your attack speed. Like they will cast more often. It's an epic, so there's no you can't necessarily plan around it, but the fact that it exists means that attack speed could be extremely valuable to you. We do want some range damage for our shredder, but it's only scaling 50%, so we could just take attack speed right now. I'm gonna take this pruner first. Reroll once. Okay, there's a shredder, and there's a turret. Turret doesn't benefit from the explosion damage, but it is, it does work off improved tools, and it scales off engineering, which I'm not gonna try and dump engineering this game. So there's a potential there that it works out. We'll see. I still don't think I figured out correctly how I should be using these fruits, like explosion-wise, but we're getting there. 10% attack speed again. 2 range damage just makes sense. Now we combine these pruners and buy the shredder. We have just enough to buy a small magazine. That makes sense. So improved pruner, not that much better. You get, I mean, you get a garden a full second earlier. Again, that's one of those things that like becomes better with improved tools. So it's kind of wild how much the build relies on that. Like that said, it's all about scaling these explosion damage for later. So really, it's all about trying to survive this early game, where you're a little bit weaker than you should be because of increased cost and lower HP because of reduced leveling. So we're trying not to get hit, but if we get hit, we get hit. We can take percent damage here. Alien Worm makes no sense for this character. Coupon's obviously great. I kind of hate Incendiary Turret, basically always. I mean, small magazine, it's just small magazine. Hard to argue against that. Alright, wave 7. Let's try and not let any of the eggs hatch. We have 2 shredders, it shouldn't be too difficult. We also have, you know, some extra auxiliary damage, I guess we'll call it, going on here with explosions and turrets and landmines and all that stuff. You know, I ran in there to try and blow those guys up with that treasure chest, and I just killed them all before I got to it. Well, that one guy spawned, which is bad. Oof. I almost died there. Hilariously. We have to take alien magic. I mean, too good not to. We don't do elemental damage to take max HP here. That is a rocket launcher and a tentacle. Okay. Well, I want the tentacle. And I want the shredder. And I want the lemonade also. So that was probably the best shot possible. I mean, it wasn't, because like I said, I'm gonna keep talking up improved tools until it shows up. Or maybe I should stop, because if I keep talking about it, it won't show up. I don't know. Depends how superstitious I feel at the moment. Feels like it should be tagged for this character, though. Pruner into rocket launcher is such a wild, like, such a wild strategy. But that's kind of why I wanted all that attack speed. You know, like, it's good with shredder. It's really good with rocket launcher. Now, the only downside to this is your explosion damage scales off your melee. And obviously, we're not taking melee damage, so I'm gonna keep taking attack speed here. Let's keep the 3 pruners right now. So tentacle is a new item. 3% crit, 20% chance to heal. 1 HP when you kill with a crit. Obviously, not great right now, but if we get crit later, it will be good. Let's do this. Get out of here. I hate that bug. 80% chance to explode is pretty good. Butterfly is tempting. I don't see us using elemental damage, and having more survivability is just one way to win. I'm gonna kind of keep a pocket here of just fruit. We'll just move when we need to. I think attack speed, shredder, and rocket launcher is a decent strategy, so I think we're in a spot now where we could probably start taking a bunch of survivability, judging by how this is going. Also, lifesteal and HP regen indirectly increase our explosion damage gain by capping us off instead of having the fruit actually have to heal us. So that's like a weird roundabout interaction. 12% damage here is pretty strong. I know I was just talking about defense, but we want our percent damage to be in the positive. And then we can go from there. Okay, now we're combining these because a second rocket launcher is a big deal. I'll take an ugly tooth too. Man, things are expensive. A third rocket launcher, huh? Do we dip out on this pruner now? Or do we dip out on... You know what? It attacks a lot faster. Let's just do this. I'm gonna take this metal plate. Yeah. Like, we could have sold a weapon to get another rocket launcher, but... the more ways we can go without selling the pruners, the better. They are also support tagged. Like, the first time I did a run with this guy, they were in the beta. They were tagged like tool and precise, and which is like neat. Crit and engineering just didn't do anything for the weapon when it's like clearly a support weapon just based on stats. And it is definitely time to like work on defense though. We're clearly strong enough to handle the hordes here. Attack speed maybe being the only stat better. Padding is not defense. This is not defense. This is the opposite defense, but it's also 80% attack speed. I'm gonna take lifesteal. I'm gonna take blood leech and metal plate and glasses. I'm gonna take explosive shells. Okay. Okay, game. I'm gonna take cake too. That's fine. Was this a horde wave? I wasn't paying attention. I think a horde wave's the next one. Yeah, it must be. Okay, spider is kind of a ridiculous pickup. All this talking has my allergies going. If I sound a little odd right now, I'm sorry. I can feel the congestion in my throat. Ever since I got sick, I don't know if it's from the COVID in January or this whatever I got from the zoo a few weeks ago, but when I talk a bunch, man, when I talk a bunch like a child, I get all mucusy in my throat. It's weird. I don't like it. It needs to go away so I can start streaming, because I don't want to like stream for 30 minutes. That'd be terrible, but also I want to be able to talk. This was a good wave. We didn't get a lot of materials. I'm not capping us at 52. I also don't care for toolbox. I will take 9 max HP though. And just keep throwing the handcuffs at us. Explosive shells, thank you. So here's the thing. Rip and tear is an explosion. Yeah, and we also want wheat, and we also want shredder. I'm not sure what to take here. I think it's rip and tear, even though that puts us at negative harvesting. All right, monk, we should be good against this guy. Got some new attacks this patch. He like starts summoning tentacles, and he does like a similar effects to the final boss, which is cool. I hope when the game hits 1.0, they throw in some new elites so it's not the same 3 every time. maybe a couple different bosses. See, he drops that circle now. And he slows down. But yeah, so that was that. Our defense is still pretty bad, when I noticed from when I got hit there. Our best defense is our giant death explosions, which it would be nice to get, you know, increased radius on those. That would be cool. We already have negative dodge, so this just makes sense, I think. Do we want to die next round? No. And recycle grinds the medical leaf for 69. No, we're early enough. This is quite good. I want to reroll. This is terrible. We're not dodging anything apparently, so take lifesteal, I guess. And we have enough for wheat and the shredder. We can roll. That is an obliterator. And it's legendary. So here's the thing, right? This is really good. It's gonna cost us 2 waves worth of materials to get. It doesn't do explosion damage. It attacks relatively slow. I'm just not seeing it, honestly. Like, it's odd to pass that up. I just feel like it doesn't improve our odds of winning here. Like, all of our damage is off of explosions. If that was a legendary, like, rocket launcher or nuke launcher, 100% I take it. 100%. If it was a legendary plasma hammer, maybe. But anything that doesn't do explosion damage now, I'm really, like, I don't care. And don't get me wrong, this pruner is not long for this world, but we do need to, you know, spend our money wisely. Because look, we're ending this one at 469. Not that much, right? We just take armor. We don't have dodge. Like, it just doesn't exist. And we don't really need pierce, I would say. I guess now's the time it goes to help Shredder tear up faster. Could take HP regen here. Plant got a huge buff. 3 for 1. That's kind of a lot. Yeah, I don't hate it. There's another pruner. I mean, it still wouldn't have done anything. I kind of like taking Blood Leech again. I know it's not like the greatest. Okay, we definitely want alloy for sure. And then we have tentacle, but no, this is fine. We'll just save. I'm just trying to find a nice balance now of damage to survivability and regen and whatnot. I mean, we're stat dumping dodge. Now, there is the thing of we do have spider, so any weapon we add that we don't currently have adds 6% attack speed, which, you know, it's not game changing, but it's not nothing. I'm looking at you, nuclear launcher, just waiting for it to show up. Laser turret, I'm gonna cash those in for money. Alloy is great. Let's reroll. Alien Eyes for 37? I don't think we need that. It also doesn't explode. We have a horde going on, but I think it's still fine. There's a rocket launcher. Gentle alien. There's a minigun. Problem with minigun is it doesn't explode. Let's do this. Get the legendary rocket launcher for a big chunk of damage and attack speed. This should be fine. Chilling on lucky number 69 on HP is also as good as we can do. Honestly, the whole like 69 being a funny number it's not even funny anymore because it's just been used so much. But like, it's kind of that comedy, you know, if you like say a joke and it's bad and it's like it's funny the first time, when you say it a few more times, it's like not funny for a while. But then if you say it like 20 more times, it starts getting funny. I think that's where we are at 29 with 69. Like we're in like the back half of it's really not funny. But if we could get it going for like a whole nother year, it might be funny again. I hope, anyway. Because that's some really easy comedy on just a single number. Which we're nowhere near anymore. Take HP regen, I'm fine with that. 7 armor. There's some math to do here that I'm not going to do. HP regen's quite good. 9 max HP is just a lot, though. This is a complete wash by the look of it, although I will take plant. We're skipping leather vest because dodge is never going into the positive, unfortunately. I'm gonna take Schmoop. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably fine. There's a legendary pruner. I'm down with that. It puts it to every 10 seconds. That's pretty fast. It's also not like a terrible weapon. It's pretty bad, but not like super terrible. But like, let's say we don't get hit right in the wave 60 seconds. That's gonna give us 6% explosion damage every round. That adds up quick. So, I don't know, seems good. Has it not been adding food? Oh, it's all just sitting on top of it. That's funny. Or sitting underneath it, I should say. I was gonna say, you don't have to actually be on this panel with it, do you, for it to work? I was sure that guy hit me. I was like certain of it. All right, we should probably pick up some materials now. I waited a little too long there. So much explosion damage. Speed? Yeah, we don't have any speed, which is not really a good look. Mammoth is not where we want to be. Neither is that. I don't know if we really want to take another chopper. I think now we're like recycling this shredder and buying this rocket launcher. Because heavy, like, the heavy synergy matters. And we also have rip and tear going, so there's like a lot of things working for us right now. We don't have too many more buys, unfortunately, because inflation's high and we're not gonna level up too much, just because we haven't, you know, we haven't picked up a bean teacher or what is it, black belt, the other XP item, or the other one. I feel like there's 3 that aren't legendary. We haven't picked up any of those, so we're just kind of getting what we got, and no extra enemies. It's kind of played what we've been given here, which has been fairly strong, I think. You also thrown away a lot of harvesting on these stats, but I think it's worth it. Baby with a beard. Did this get changed? Minus 50 range, wasn't it 80 before? No, I'm thinking of hoodie. I don't even think I want it. Sad tomato. I do want sad tomato. I'd rather have silver bullet here though. We'll just save the rest. Oh, Rhino Boss. How I really don't like Rhino Boss on this wave. We do a good amount of damage though, so just gotta get close to him, which is not really where you want to be. Oh, did I just find a way to like beat him? You just get him to charge into a wall. Yeah, that seemed quite good. We just have a lot of regen right now. Just like a lot of health sources, and then we're at 96 max HP. It's all pretty good. Hopefully he dropped us something fun. Like, I don't know. I don't really know what I'm gonna ask for here. They're not too much. Heavy bullets, another explosive shells, maybe. Sif's relic. Kinda late for that. I go just take the money. I will take 12% damage. That's pretty good. I'm gonna take sad tomato. I think it's gonna pay off. Adrenaline, well, that's really not gonna work. Shredder seems like a good choice. I'll take a snail going into the last wave. Like, that'll be good against the bosses. Like, I think sad tomato is worth it. I know we start off a little weak, but I think I should be able to dodge the last bosses well enough that we're fully healed by the time I start getting, like, threatened. And then, you know, then the HP regen from it comes into play, and it's the whole thing. I guess as far as legendary items, I should ask for, like, some regen thing, like rejuvenation potion or something. That would have been decent, but it's whatever. Took Sif's relic and I threw it in the trash. That's a big material. It said 2, but I think it was bigger than that. Hey, we got an achievement. I don't know what it was for, but... no, I don't want that. 3 range damage? Yeah, that seems fine. So, we want snail. Scar, that was the other one. Do we want blindfold? Probably not. Octopus? No. We don't need this. 8% crit down is kind of a lot. It is 5% lifesteal and a ton of HP. The alternative is Banner, which is attack speed, which is really, really strong on all of our stuff. And range. Yeah, let's do that and roll. And roll again. Are you kidding me, game? This is disrespectful. Okay, well, we didn't get anything else. Whatever. This is our boss fight. Yeah, and let's try not to get hit before we get to, you know, full health, because then my sad tomato looks kind of embarrassing. This is one of those where we don't have a ton of damage, so we actually have to dodge and like play the wave and whatnot. Unfortunately, I do love getting to just like smash the bosses, but we got what we got. But this appears to be a win. Once the first boss is dead, it's pretty trivial. The attack patterns aren't all that frightening. Glutton is finished. Spicy sauce. Plus 3 max HP. It's blue, that's relevant. Consumables have a 25% chance to explode for 225% of your for 50% of your HP when picked up. Huh. And it's blue. I wonder how much it costs. If it's like a low price blue item, that's pretty good on basically every character. If it's expensive, then maybe not so much. I don't know. Not bad. Anyway, Glutton's done. So we are back to full Danger 5, which is nice. I think next time we're going to play Farmer because he got a new buff. Or he got a functional change. So I'll have to test it out. Anyways, again, if you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. My Discord and Twitter in the description and whatnot if you want to follow me there, and hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.